Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Mat 142 concept session. Today, we're going to be looking at set builder and roster form. My name is Nick, and I work at the ASU Tutoring Center, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, first off, what we'll go ahead and look at is, and just focus on first, is set builder. So the way set builder works, and this is actually a good example right here, is the general format with a set builder is, first off, they tell you the variable that they're addressing, right? So we have X, and then there's a vertical line here, and then they give you basically the criteria of X, right? So they say that X is an integer and X is greater than 5, right? Now with roster form is going to look like this. So this is basically, think of like set builder almost as like a recipe, right? To like baking a cake, right? So the recipe kind of just outlines everything that you have to do in order to make this final product, which is the cake, right? And roster form, think of that as the opposite, right? So roster form is the actual cake, right? So you go through set builder and you kind of just follow the instructions that they say. And then from there, that's how you can create a roster form. And then also, and we'll kind of tackle this question in a second here, but you can also take roster form and convert it back to set builder. Okay, so first off, let's just focus on what we have here just for set builder. So what they want us to do is convert this set builder notation to roster form. So let's go ahead and just do the first one here. So what they're saying here is X is an integer, right? And X is greater than 5. So note that they don't say X is greater than or equal to 5. They just say X is greater than 5, which means that because X is an integer and X is greater than 5, I'm going to start with 6 and then just keep working my way up. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we can do some dots. And then that'll actually go on to infinity. Okay. So what they're saying is that the X set contains all of the integers that are greater than 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 100, 105, 1 billion, 1 trillion, so on and so forth, right? It's every integer that's greater than 5. Big set, right? So let's go ahead and look at the second one now. So now they're saying that the set of X is a non-negative integer and that it is less than 5. So this is going to be a much smaller set, right? So we know that X cannot be negative, right? And we know that X has to be less than 5, which means that we're going to be starting on 4, right? Because it's not less than or equal to. And then we'll go down to 3, 2, 1. And then they don't specify. I'm going to go ahead and include 0 just because it's neither positive or negative. So we'll just go ahead and throw that in there, and that'll be the roster form for this set builder. Now, let's go ahead and move on and talk about how to convert from roster form back to set builder. Now, generally, on your exams, I would assume that they would show like multiple choice like this because there are multiple ways to create a set builder from a roster form. It's really however you decide, right? Because in this case, like for this roster form here, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, instead of doing X is less than 5, I could say that X is greater than -1 and X is less than 5, right? Kind of similar to like what we have here with the Z and the 3 and the 11. So there are really just like different ways to solve these. So definitely, especially if you are given a multiple choice problem like we do here, just make sure that you follow like general good test taking strategies, right? Of like crossing out answers that you know are not correct and things like that. So I digress. Let's look back at this roster form here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So what they want us to do is figure out the set builder form for this one. So we know that Z must be an integer, right? And we are dealing with the variable Z, right? So we know that that's all consistent. Really what we're focusing on here is the right part of these set builders, right? So first off, we have here z is an integer and z is greater than 4. Well, first off, we have 4 in our set, so I already know that this is incorrect because they're saying that we're not including 4 in this, right? And then this bottom one here, z is less than 4. Well, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? That's all greater than 4, so I also know that this is inaccurate as well. Now, let's address these two center ones, right? So the major key thing that I'm looking at here is that there are no less than or equal to or greater than or equal to signs, right? It's either just greater than or less than, right? So no inclusion at all. So when I see numbers from our roster form that are in the set builder, that's how I know that that set builder form is wrong, which means that letter C is wrong, right? Because there's 4 and 10 that are included in the original roster form. And what the set builder is saying is to not include those, right? So this set builder here is saying just do 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? Whereas this 3 and 11 here are saying do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the one that we want, right? So it is kind of just like almost like a puzzle, right? You just got to pick the right one that makes sense and forms the roster form that you were given. So I would definitely recommend to like take these questions a little bit slow at first until you get comfortable. You just want to make sure that you avoid those kinds of like stupid mistakes, right? That you already know the answer is like B, right? But you just see the 4 and the 10 and you just immediately circle it because you're going too fast. So just make sure that you go back and check your work and make sure everything is all good. But if you have any other questions on this kind of stuff, go ahead and check out tutoring.asu.edu/content/tutor search. This will list out a few of the different services at your disposal from being an ASU student. On here also, there's a text box where you can enter in a course to find specific tutoring for. So if you want to just kind of like work with the tutor, go over a question or a concept, go ahead and type your course into that text box, and then that'll spit out a list of the schedules of all of the tutors that can tutor that course. But other than that, that's all I have for you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day and good luck in your course.